today we're talking about emotional eating. I hear from a lot of people that it is so challenging to not eat your feelings, and I get that because, oh my gosh, I've been there. So today I wanted to talk about the fact that emotional eating, like I have here, is a tool. And you know what? It's okay, meaning it might not feel okay with you right now, but honestly, the very biggest and first step to me actually finding more tools for coping was to acknowledge that that was a challenge for me and was leading to unwanted weight, and to forgive myself. Here's the thing. It's not like some great crime or some great sin that you maybe tend to eat chocolate when you're stressed, but if it ends in unwanted weight and body challenges, then maybe it's time to look at adding more tools to your toolbox, right? So my suggestion is to, first of all, just learn to forgive yourself if that's something that's been a challenge for you, because guess what? It's not your fault. You've been through a lot, and you maybe ate sometimes, and honestly, it made you feel better. So yay, good for you. You figured out how to survive, right? However, maybe it's time to look at adding more tools to your toolbox, right? So I wanted to give you 3 tips, things that have helped me to add to my toolbox, so that rather than making eating bad, instead have some other tools, right? It's a more positive, empowered way of looking at the topic of emotional eating, because let's face it, we're wired that way. We're always going to emotionally eat, but if that's the one way of coping with negative feelings or a stressful day, that's not going to work for our health, right? So let's look at the first one. There is move your body. So honestly, by moving your body, you change the wiring, the chemistry, in your brain. And so if you're not feeling so great, if you move your body, I promise it will actually change the chemicals in your brain. So that's one way of dealing with feelings rather than eating, right? Or in addition to eating, because I'm hoping you eat, right? Number 2 is to talk it out. Can you either find someone to talk to? Would it help you to explore your feelings and what's going on in your life and the stress of the current day? Right now, this is an extremely stressful time. A lot of people are feeling emotional and anxious. Current health crisis is causing a lot of emotions, and if eating is one way of dealing with it, well, we're going to be doing that, right? So let's add more tools to the box. So we talked about move your body and then talk to someone. So I did put on my notes here, but talk to someone else or talk to yourself, meaning can you journal? Can you jot down what's going on? And one thing that can be helpful is to not make that chocolate bad maybe, but to say, well, I'm going to talk to somebody or I'm going to journal before I have some chocolate, and chances are probably won't need quite as much chocolate when you're done talking about it, right? Figuring out and making those feelings okay, right? Like, we're not always going to feel great. When something really stressful is going on, we're going to feel stressed. It's totally normal. I want to normalize and help you realize that what is going on is actually, you're okay. It's just maybe you need some more tools, right? We talked about. So the third thing is right there to learn more acceptance. So learning more leads to acceptance. And so a suggestion for you, something that's been super helpful for me, is to learn more on the topic of what's going on for you. So by identifying what's going on and what is bothering you, then can you Google or get a book, find a podcast, and learn more about the topic of what is going on. For example, if you're having a lot of anxiety, you can sometimes by learning more about the topic, you can feel more empowered, have more information, and know more how to actually get to the root of the problem. So, point being, at the end of the day, well, number one, feelings aren't bad. You're going to have feelings anyways, but it's what we do with the feelings. So if we're eating as a way to cope with the feelings, again, if that's something you've done your whole life, it takes time to unlearn those things, but maybe these are some more tools, some more things that might be helpful to you. So I wanted to share them with you today. I hope that that is helpful, and I look forward to sharing more with you soon. Thanks for watching.